Hey guys, this is going to be an investing for beginners video using the Robinhood application, how you can get things set up and ready to go so that you can start investing and the different options that you have, buying stocks, ETFs, things such as that, and describing what those different things are. So starting off, if you're looking for a video on how to initially sign up and create your account through Robinhood Investing, I'll have a separate tutorial video linked down in the description if you'd like to check that out. But once you have your account, you can start investing and you're going to need buying power. And these are the funds that you can use to buy the stock of different companies or a diversified ETF that's holding a bunch of different companies in the same holding. So we're going to do this by linking up our external bank account, and you select your little profile image here in the bottom right hand corner to open that up. And then on your profile page, you want to click on these three horizontal lines in the upper right-hand corner. And in the menu, we have the option here for transfers, deposits, and withdrawals. This is the area where we can link up our bank account, so we're going to click on that. That takes us over to the transfers area. If we scroll down, we can see linked accounts. And this is going to be the area where you can link up your bank account. Clicking on this little plus sign, you can add your bank account going through Plaid and using the online login credentials for your bank. And once you have your bank hooked up, you can transfer to Robinhood using that bank account. If we click on that, you can enter how much funds you'd like to transfer over into your Robinhood account. Let's say maybe you wanted to initially transfer over $100, so you'd enter that in here. You click this little green check mark, confirm it, and then you can get those funds over into your Robinhood account. Now, going back to the home page, once you have funds that you can invest, now is the point where you can either buy the stock of a company or an ETF, which is a diversified portfolio of a bunch of different companies, which is going to be less risky, but also potentially less upside with those. So what we can do from the home page is click on the little magnifying glass right here down towards the center area. And that's going to take us over to this area where we can look up companies or ETFs that we might want to invest in, or we can look through the trendings list. And it's not a bad idea to look through these different trending lists to get an idea of some of the things you might be interested in investing in. So for instance, if we click on the 100 most popular, these are the stocks that are most commonly held by Robinhood customers. You can look through those different stocks here. Let's say we wanted to click on Tesla to get some more information. And we can see their current trading price, and we can see the chart of that price over time. And we can change this from 1 day to 1 week, 1 month, 3 month, 1 year, 5 year. So you can get an idea of where the price of the stock was compared to where it is now. And then also if you go down to the statistics, you can see what the price was when market opened, the high for the day, the low for the day. It's 52-week high. So the highest price for that stock over the past year, the 52-week low, which is the lowest trading price over the past year. And then the volume is how many shares have traded hands during this past trading day, the average trading volume for the company, and then the market cap. And this is really important. A lot of people, when they're just getting started in investing, they think the stock price is how valuable a company is, and that is one of the factors, but it's the price of the stock times how many shares are outstanding, and that's how you get the market cap of the company. And with Tesla, one of the largest companies in the world, over $700 billion market cap. And this is one of the important numbers to take a look at when you're investing in a company. If you're looking to invest in something that can maybe be a 10-bagger or 10xing your return, obviously a company that has a very large market cap at over $700 billion, it'll be harder for that to 10x. It would have to get to over $7 trillion in valuation. Whereas you might be able to find a smaller company that you think has a lot of potential. Maybe there's a $7 billion company. Well, for that investment to 10x, that company would have to go up to a market cap of $70 billion. And that can potentially be more achievable than these really large companies, 10xing for instance. But the flip side to that is if a company has a very high market cap, it can raise money very easily to do the things that it wants to invest in, and potentially could be less risky of an investment because of that, but also have less upside, what a smaller company might be able to achieve over the long term. So that's the risk reward that you often see when investing in different companies. Now, the nice thing here with these trending lists is you can kind of see different categories of stocks that you might be interested in researching depending on what sector they're in. So you can look up energy and water, healthcare, software, consumer goods, automotive, etc. There's a lot of different options, but let's say we want some different sector ETFs to take a look at. And an ETF is essentially a diversified fund that's going to hold a lot of different companies. And this is also a situation where it might not have quite as much upside, but is also likely to be less risky than buying the stock of a single company. So I'm going to go for the search bar here, and one of the most popular ETFs is VTI. This is the Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF. And the reason why the Vanguard ETFs are very popular is because they have very low fees compared to their competition. And a total stock market ETF, this is going to have exposure to the United States and a well-diversified mixture of different companies from different segments of the economy. So there's a lot of different options for things that you can invest in, whether it's an ETF, which is going to be more diversified, holding a lot of different companies in the same fund, potentially less upside, but also potentially less downside, as opposed to investing in a single company, which can have higher upside, but also is a bit more risky and is going to have a bit more downside risk as well. So again, we'll go back to the 100 most popular, and this time we'll click on Apple. And this isn't investing advice, this is just an example. But let's say maybe you wanted to invest in some Apple stock. So you can look at their numbers here, you're interested in buying some shares. So you click on buy, and then you can enter in how much of the stock that you'd like to purchase, $1, $10, $100, or a specific amount. And you can also buy shares if you click on the dollars option up here. But since my current buying power is less than 1 share of what Apple is currently selling for, that means that I'd have to do a fractional share. So I just enter in how much dollars that I'd like to invest in Apple, and then I'll get fractional shares depending on how much I'd like to invest. So let's say maybe $10. And this will take us over to the order summary page where we can see that I had entered in $10. We can see how many shares of Apple this is. And if everything looks good to you, you can swipe up from the bottom to submit this order. And also, like I was talking about earlier, the price of a stock of a company is not the end-all be-all of how valuable a company is, because we were at Tesla where they were around $700 a share and around $700 billion in market cap. But we have Apple here at $146 a share, and their market cap is $2.42 trillion. So they have a lot more outstanding shares than Tesla does, but they have a higher market cap because that stock price times those higher number of outstanding shares is giving them a higher market cap currently than what Tesla's at. And those are the main things that I wanted to touch on in this video, just showing you how you can set up your account so that you can start investing, and then the difference between buying stocks and ETFs and the risk-reward trade-off between those. So I hope this video is helpful. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Consider subscribing to the YouTube channel, and I'll catch you back here next time.